So, hello everyone, and I'm so happy. Sorry, I've been running around trying to do a little bit of cold setup here. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're going. If you're going to sleep, work, school, I'm just so happy to be here. By the way, Houston, Texas. It is about 2-3 p.m. in the afternoon over here, and we are one more time continuing with our series and our promise of 100 Days of Immigrant Stories. People get confused. I don't know, I'm not an immigrant. I cannot be on your interviews, and that's a matter of fact. You may know somebody who's an immigrant. You may be married to an immigrant. You may work with an immigrant, or probably you may, move to another city that makes you actually an immigrant. Not legally, but technically. So today, I have the ability, the pleasure, the happiness to be with this beautiful woman right here, right next to me, from Brazil. Yes, the reputation of Brazil. It is happening right now. And I'm with Anna.
Hi guys.
And what I'm going to be doing is we're trying to keep this as short as possible because I know we're aware of your time. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? And I know that you are not going to do justice, so I will do justice to your story.
Okay.
So tell us where you're from and where you're coming from. What are you doing? How come you ended up in Texas?
Okay, so I'm Anna. I'm from Brazil. I moved here 4 years ago with no English, people. I learned it all here.
And by the way, listen to that English. I feel embarrassed, by the way.
No, it takes a long time till we get used to the words and everything in the society.
True.
But I finally made it, and then I lived in Chicago, I've lived in Maryland, now I live in Houston, and I love it here because it's so much similar to my country. And
yeah, you were telling me that. You said, you know what, I love Houston. It's like, it grows into you. How old are you?
I'm 22 years old.
22 years old. Mm-hmm. Born in what city in Brazil?
Varginha, which is the very countryside of Brazil.
So it's about 7 hours from
Rio, 7 hours.
Just to put you guys in perspective a little bit.
Yeah.
You've been in the U.S. for the last
4 years.
4 years, and you've been in Houston for the last
2 years.
2 years. Are you the first person who decided to move out, or you have family here? Tell us a little bit about that.
My husband's work brought us here. First stop in Texas was in Austin, and I love that city.
Of course, we do. We all do.
I'm an outdoor person, and that city is just so beautiful. There's so much to do.
It is amazing. It's an amazing city for sure.
Yeah, and then we moved here for his work too, and now I'm a makeup artist, so I've been working with modeling agencies in Houston, and I love my work. I love the city.
So tell us a little bit about, okay, so we don't talk about religion, we don't talk about politics because that's like underwear. I don't want to know about it. It's yours. But there's a lot of things happening in the US, in regard to regulations and stuff like that. What's your input? What's your opinion?
Yeah, so I feel like this country is very diverse, and I came here and people welcomed me with open arms, and that's what I was used to, because Brazilian people are just like that. South American people, like people from all over the world.
Correct.
I feel like if you're open to them, they're going to be open to you. And the situation right now really scares me because people are not being welcomed in this country anymore like they used to be. And it's not what we want this country to be, I feel like.
No, I understand. I hear you because there is
it's made
laws and regulations have to exist. We're not opposed of the law and immigration laws. We fully went through the process and we pay our dues to be here.
Exactly.
But in the meantime, there is a lot of people that are going to be affected for sure. There's no absolutes in life.
Yeah.
Now, in what perspective, when you come to a new community, you're able to contribute and benefit from the community. How have you been able to adapt into the challenges of being in a different culture, different language, but then yet being so welcome, for being Brazilian?
Yeah. So I feel like most of the time it's because when you're open to meet other people, meet other cultures, experience it, and because we're just human happens, and we just have so much to add to other people's life and other people's cultures, and sharing experiences, I think, is the key for like every
right now
every relationship we want to have. Like either is like, I don't know.
No, we actually do this. You were so right. We were talking about right before we got on camera, right here on Facebook. Like, don't forget, if you're liking this right here, the comments, we're gonna, post all the information in regard to Ana Lubita, her, social media, her websites, and we're gonna be talking about what she does for a living and profession. But she recently, first time or second time, you ended up going to the rodeo.
I did. First time.
But then she said, she told me this, oh, it's so much different than in Brazil. I'm like, rodeo in Brazil? Tell us a little about that.
So the rodeo, where I'm come from, like having horses on the streets, super normal. People don't have cars, and it's a very small town.
That's the expectations of Texas, as a matter of fact.
I know,
People think they're gonna come in for.
So we do like rodeos outside, and like in here I felt was more like how do I describe it? It was more for.
You said it was more family oriented.
Family, yeah.
Like big.
I feel like it was more for the kids to be entertained.
Because you said in Spanish and in Portuguese, it was more about like what was the word that you described? You have the carousel and you got the amusements, attractions on the outside. It's more for kids, and then you mentioned also that it's inside. So we're not complaining, but there's
it's so different.
Human nature allows us to compare.
Yeah.
And just comparing to what she's having back home. I didn't know there existed, rodeo in Brazil in the first place. Not in Brazil, at least where you live. I'm not saying the
it's not all over, but the country part of Brazil, there's a lot of like. We're basically, my state is basically the biggest producer of coffee and milk in Brazil, so we're very...
Yeah, Colombia and Brazil, have one of the best coffees produced, so... Now, you moved here, you are extremely young, very passionate about life, because we've had a couple of conversations already, and I'm really happy and really, honored that you accepted the invitation to come over here. You're a millennial, you fit whatever that means, millennial, but at the same time, you are also being introduced and being part of a full new lifestyle, which is being married to an American, because he's from Chicago?
He's from Chicago.
So your husband is from Chicago.
He's a white boy completely, but he is really like, he lived in Spain, so his mind is very like, he understands other cultures, and that was key for us. Because
of course.
When I met him, I didn't speak any English.
Your English is perfect, so problems to your husband.
Thanks to him, yes.
That taught you well, of course.
He helped me a lot, but we started dating in Spanish. Can you believe
that? You told me that. At the beginning it was more Spanish, and then nowadays you utilize.
Now I speak in English because my Spanish is not that good. But I speak what I call Portuñol, which is Spanish with Portuguese.
With Portuguese.
Yeah.
No worries, I'm not going to put you in the spot to do the Spanish interview.
Don't do it, I can do it right now.
No, tell us what you do and why are you so passionate about it, and what are your future goals? Because you're so young. How do you see your life in the next 5 to 10 years?
So, I am a makeup artist, and I love that I get to express like my feelings and all that I want to do with art on someone else's face. And I've been doing a lot of editorials, which we do in studios, and that's where all the creativity comes out, and like for magazines or for photo shoots, but I do regular stuff too.
Okay.
And I'm a freelancer, so I travel to people to like meet their needs, and models, photographers. So
also you mentioned that being a freelancer. Tell us a little bit what is it like? You work with a modeling agency, so you have a little bit of consistency basis work with them, because they I'm pretty sure they throw work at you.
Yeah.
But how do you advertise? How do you market your art, your practice, your work, your profession?
So mainly it's through social media.
Okay, social media.
Yeah.
See, this is something I want to go ahead and talk about, because people are asking,
it's huge.
Why are you in social media? Why are you doing all these things?
I mean, it's the future. So everyone has their phones on their hands. We don't want to go in a blind spot. Like, we want to search for everything, and it's right on our hands. So that's the best I feel like channel to reach the people.
Correct.
And yeah, mainly it's social media.
Social media. So social, and I'm pretty sure it's called word of mouth. And past experience works. Whenever you work for somebody and you deliver such an outstanding service or job or product, they are going to become your number one marketing tools, and they're going to become your raving fan clients who are going to refer you to the next job.
Yeah, and that's what Yelp does.
Yeah.
Nowadays, if we're going to think about it, the app Yelp, it's like a bunch of people talking about great services and great people and great like establishments. So.
And it's called the value system. Airbnb also allows people to talk about and review each other, so they have like a trust-based, consumer-basis scenario for you know, making a decision at the end of the day. How do you see yourself in 10 years?
10 years, wow.
Well, let's say, no, 5 or 10, you choose.
I don't know. I feel like I'm so young still, but I've accomplished so much in my life already that I don't want to stop right now, but I don't know. I feel like I don't really know the answer.
The question is like, I know you're more of a free spirit also.
Yeah.
But my question in particular is like, you're doing right now, you know, makeup artist.
Yeah.
Which is also an extremely profitable job, because I've got friends that already started in companies, everything else, but. Are you seeing yourself ending up with a company and creating, you know, like a set of agency for makeup artists?
So, yeah,
or you prefer to stay in the freelance, you have freedom to travel, to work remotely, because that means you can go anywhere in the world and begin, you know.
So yeah, that's what I love about this profession. It's what I can travel everywhere and I can work from anywhere. So to me, I just want to collect experiences and, you know, work with the best people ever. And
I'm pretty sure also your husband is kind of like your business partner in a way, because when I met you right on the spot, you told me, oh, my husband and I have this going on. I don't think it's time to disclose, but they're working on an app.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So yeah,
I'm pretty sure directly or indirectly you're already part of that.
Yeah, I'm part of the project. He works with technology, so he develops apps and stuff, which is really cool because I can see this skeleton, right?
Correct.
Something. So
from zero to what something that possibly could become.
Yeah. So this app, it's kind of like Uber for trucks, which is really interesting that because Houston has a lot of people.
Yeah, are you okay to say much? I'm just asking you. You're okay.
No, it's okay. Yeah, so this app is like Uber for trucks, and it's a lot of work because technology is not easy.
And not only the coding technology and develop the actual product, then when it comes to marketing, distribution, most people think they're going to come with something and then a year later they're going to be kicking some ass. And you know what happens is that on an average, to get anything going takes about 3 to 5 years minimum 5 years. A movie, a book, a company, a sale, a product, a prototype. So I'm pretty sure you guys, I don't know how long he's been working.
Oh yeah, it's been 2 years already. So,
2 years?
Yeah.
And do you think after the 2 years they're ready to launch tomorrow? Probably not. They're still
there are a lot of betas. Like you gotta test it. Have companies that believe in your product and like want to be part of it. It's not easy, but it's worth it because we're doing something that nobody has ever done.
Yeah, because I was listening to one of my mentors and gurus that I listen online quite often, and then he was saying that we entrepreneurs, or just human beings in general, we have a massively behavior of overestimating what we can do in 1 year. Oh yeah, I'm gonna eat the world. Yeah, I'm gonna go after. Yeah. And then guess what? The year passes and you didn't accomplish not even a quarter of that. And then you know what happened? That overwhelming, exaggerating expectation is gonna bring you down. So success could be your catalyst of failure, but we also massively, extremely underestimate what we can do in 10 years.
Yeah.
Because we don't put ourselves, in 10 years. So this is, I'm 41 years old. I'm learning, and I just want to continue to learn my entire life. Yeah. And so that we talked about this startup. We talked about her artists. We talked about traveling. Yeah. A lot of things that we have in common. And I said, oh my God, you're a perfect story. and there's always a voice and an ear that match together. If you're 22 years old, if you're 40, 50, 60, 100, if you're 14, listening to this right now, look, anything is possible.
Yeah.
She's living in the US by destiny or by passion, or
I feel like it's destiny, because when I was 11, I told my mom I would come here. She was laughing at me. She was like, what are you going to do in America? I'm like, I'm just going to go there, learn the language, and I don't know.
Now you're fully bilingual,
And
married to a citizen over here. Now you are also an immigrant.
Almost an American. I almost became what I was. Like, yeah, it's crazy, because like, to think that I had that thought so young.
Correct.
And like going after it in such a young age, because
Correct.
I got here when I was 17.
Yes.
So to me it was like.
But it's really nice to see you have that, relationship with your husband, which is, I can tell that, he makes you laugh, and he makes you, he completes you, and then you also come part
We're
on his
partners.
life. Or same thing in Spanish.
We say that. So yeah, and like, I mean, every relationship we have in life, it's a give and take.
Correct.
And we gotta learn, even with friends, family, mom, sisters. It's just like relationships. We need something that brings us together.
Yeah, family is so important in any part of life. Now, we promise you guys to keep this as short as possible, not to overextend, to deliver a beautiful message, to show another amazing human being that decided to live in another place. Let's not say country, just another place. Migrating from one city to another, or one place to another. Now, what message do you think you may have for that millennial, that 15, 16, 18, 20, 25-year-old girl who is maybe thinking of entering into the beauty industry?
Oh, okay.
Either modeling, or because I know you've been a model too before, or you are a model. Also, it's funny because you chose more of the artistic, the creative. So
I like the behind the scenes better.
Interesting, see?
Yeah.
So what can you tell, that girl?
I feel like don't accept any no's. Like, don't take a no as the final saying. Like, go after. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody will. So really go after your dreams. And
that's a beautiful message.
Yeah.
So, guys, again, one more time, thank you so much for joining us, giving us a little bit of your time. If you think this story, if you think Anna also brought to you another perspective, another energy, love, empathy, sympathy to you, please, 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 we love the comments, we love the thumbs up. We appreciate all of you guys being over here right now, and share it if you think this video brought any value to you, or it may be beneficial for any of your friends or workers or co-workers or anybody just in general. I'm gonna be linking on the description all her social media. If you are in need makeup artist, even if it's in Chicago, hey, she'll go for you for sure. So guys, thank you so much again for watching these 100 Days of American Immigrant Stories. Ciao, ciao.